Hey, what's up, everybody? I'm Jay Hollingshead, your personal high performance mindset coach and public speaker, welcoming you to my consecutive episode number 317 of 365. Thank you so much for tuning in. I truly appreciate it. This is my 7 pillars of mental performance in 365 days. As you can tell, we are winding down and winding this thing up, and I'm getting real excited because we're about to finish our goal. So today is Tuesday, day 3 of the week. We will be discussing pillar number 3. Pillar number 3 is always focus and concentration. Focus and concentration. So let me give a shout out to everybody that's tuning in right now live on time for class at 9 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. My wife, Lisa Hollingshead, what's up, babe? I love you and appreciate you. My big brother, AJ, I love you, man. My daughters, both of them, Jaleesa and Bree, what's up? I love you. Thank you for tuning in. My Aunt Gina says, thank you. If you're watching this on repeat, thank you for watching on repeat. Your repeat love is a blessing, so I'm trying to reciprocate that love back to you. Now, with no further delay, let's go ahead and get right into this thing, focus and concentration. Tonight, I'm going to be brief, but I'm going to talk about one thing. I'm going to talk about being in the zone, okay? Being in the zone. We often talk about athletes being in the zone because that's where we see performers are usually in the zone. The most people that we see in the zone are athletes because when they perform in the zone, it's like they're unstoppable. We are used to seeing sporting events and athletes perform in that quote unquote zone. So let me give you some definitions of the zone. Now, Urban Dictionary defines the zone. It gave me 3 good definitions. I got to give them to you. The first one, being completely unaware of what's going on around you as you are extremely into what's going on right in front of you, okay? And it also goes further to say it's like anything 3 feet from your face, anything 3 feet away from you does not matter. It doesn't register to your brain, okay? That's definition number 1. Definition number 2, we're getting better with these definitions. So definition number 2, in the zone is an expression used to describe a state of consciousness where actual skills match the perceived performance requirement. Okay, now let's go to definition number 3. Definition number 3 says being in the zone implies an increased focus and attention, which allows for higher levels of performance. And so as I've been talking about for the past 300 plus episodes, and we have to use our 5 senses. When you employ all 5 of your senses, there's no other way to get distracted. If you only use one of your 5 senses, then you got 4 ways to get distracted. But if you throw all 5 of those in to whatever you're doing at that present moment in time, you cannot get distracted. You keep that level of focus and concentration up with all 5 senses, you will be performing in the zone soon enough. You got to start with all 5 senses and just keep going, driving harder and harder and harder. And the more effort you put into that, next thing you know, you'll be in the zone, but you won't even know it. I got some examples for you. Check this out. People that perform in the zone. LeBron James, he performs in the zone. Kobe Bryant, he performed in the zone. One of my favorite football players, Ray Lewis, he performed in the zone when he was, all-time defense for the Baltimore Ravens. Also, Michael Jordan, he performed in the zone. Somebody else that performed in the zone, and I'm going to expound on them in just a moment. Denzel Washington. Yes, Denzel performs in the zone. He's an actor, but he performs in the zone. Why? Because Denzel and all the other athletes that I mentioned use all 5 of their senses, okay? Now, when I talk about Denzel, be mindful that I'm going to post in the comments a YouTube commentary, and I have a timestamp on there as well for you to go in and check out exactly what I'm talking about. You will be amazed at the information that's going to hit you in probably 15 to 20 seconds of that video, okay? So now, here's some common goals that a lot of people like or set for themselves, but when they set these goals, do they perform with a level of focus and concentration of being in the zone? Like, people want to quit smoking. Do you put enough effort, all 5 of your senses, into quitting smoking? on a regular basis to where you're performing the act of quitting smoking in the zone? Do you do that? If so, you will be well on your way to quitting smoking. The same thing with losing weight. How much effort and energy, your mental energies, are you putting into losing weight or gaining weight, or things like learning yoga? Better yet, getting out of a toxic relationship. You're in that bad relationship with that person, that man or that woman that's not treating you right, okay? It's not spiritually good for you. How much of your mental energies are you putting into getting out of that relationship? Are you so concentrated and keyed up of getting out of that relationship that you perform in the zone, trying to get out of that relationship? Now, check this out. Back to Denzel. Now, in the movie Malcolm X, Denzel played the role of Malcolm X. And exactly 1 year before playing that role of Malcolm X, Denzel told his agent, said, look, I'm not taking any more gigs for a whole year. I got to prepare for this role. So what did Denzel Washington do to prepare for that role? Denzel had to play Malcolm X. He wanted to become Malcolm X. So what did he do? He did everything Malcolm did. He lived as Malcolm lived. For that 1 year, Denzel didn't drink. For that 1 year, Denzel didn't eat pork. For that 1 year, Denzel learned Arabic. For that 1 year, Denzel studied the Quran daily as if he was Malcolm X. He literally became a Muslim. He put in all of his five senses, his hearing, seeing, tasting, smelling, and feeling. All of that, the physical and the emotional feeling of being a Muslim, okay? Or sorry, a Muslim, as it is commonly pronounced or correctly pronounced. He put all of that into being a Muslim. Now, this is what happened. When Malcolm played Denzel, Malcolm was not Malcolm played Denzel. Denzel played Malcolm so well that you would have thought Malcolm was playing Denzel. In fact, Malcolm did step in. Believe it or not, he stepped in. That's why you got to check out this YouTube video, okay? Now, Spike Lee yelled, action. Okay, Spike Lee reading the script, Denzel Washington's role. And so they're reading the actual script or the speech. All of the speeches were Malcolm's. They did their research and got all of Malcolm's speeches. So cameras rolling, Spike Lee reading the script from the director's chair. We're reading the speech from the director's chair, and Denzel's up there killing it, doing the whole speech. Now, the speech is about to end, okay? Spike Lee gets ready to yell cut, and he doesn't because Malcolm is still talking about Malcolm. Denzel is still talking, and you will find out why I'm saying Malcolm. Denzel is still talking. Denzel goes on an extra 5 minutes off script, straight into the role, into the life, into the persona of Malcolm. In that 5 minutes, the spirit of Malcolm entered Denzel. This isn't my words. This is actually the words of Spike Lee and Denzel Washington. Why? Because Denzel kept talking and giving the speech until the reel ran out of the tape. There was nothing else to record on. So Spike finally yelled cut and said, hey, Denzel, what was that? Where did that come from? Denzel, just like in the definition of being a zone, completely unaware of what's going on. He was unaware that he was talking off script, but he didn't realize what he was saying. Spike Lee said, what was that? Where did that come from? He said, I don't know. He said, well, can you say it again? No, Denzel couldn't repeat it. It was actually, he prepared mentally, physically, spiritually, and everything. He used all five of his senses for a whole year, an extreme focus and concentration on getting into the role of Malcolm X. I can't go any further. I got to go ahead and cut this off. But look in the comments, okay? In the comments below, I'm going to post the actual link to the video. It's a YouTube video, and I got the timestamp marked as well. So focus and concentration. Use it. Your extreme focus and concentration, okay? Get to where you're going. Perform in the zone, and then become who and what it is you want to be. Be well, stay blessed, and as always, through love, be a blessing. God bless.